Yo, YouTube, it's your boy Lotto. I'm gonna name this video Why I Love My Grandmother. Today I was taking my grandmother to church, and she told me that when she talked to her pastor yesterday, and the pastor paused her and told her when she laughs and talks, she hears my voice and her voice, right? As we were going on the convo, she basically said that everybody in the church knows my name, even though I don't go there because all she does is talk about me. All she does is mention me. And then she started telling me like she loves me because I do everything for her. She always tells me every day that she appreciates me, that she loves me. Thank you for doing this for me. Thank you for getting my medicine. Thank you for taking me to the doctor. Thank you for taking me to the groceries. She just always thanking me. And I told her that I love her because she does everything for me. Like this muscle that I'm gaining, the recovery from the surgery, my life period. She's always taking care of me. So when I step back and I look at our relationship, I remove myself from my body and just look at how we're so compatible is that she adds benefit to my life and I add benefit to her life that's damn near irreplaceable. Right? Like when I look at my grandmother, she's almost like the perfect woman. Like I was telling my mother and my grandmother that I want to marry a woman like my grandmother because she cooks, she cleans, she's understanding. Like she basically does what I say. Like I'm not controlling her, but like she does everything to make me happy out of love, and I do the same for her. So it's a perfect relationship. Like let me give you an example. It's times where she's asking for a lot and there's a lot going on in the life, like business is going on, I gotta run out, meet people, money, all of this, so my mind be filled. So it might be some days where she asks for something and she's like, she really wants it. My grandma is the type, like if she wants something, she's gonna keep asking until she gets it. And it's some days, these days, these type of days don't happen as often, but when they happen, I lose control and I kind of raise my voice a little bit. I'm like, yo, like, nah, man, I can't kind of like get out my face right now. I don't say that, but you know how it is. I give her a different response, not the typical, like, nah, I might be able to do it later, just a little intense. And I always come back and I tell her, sorry, like, it was just a lot going on. I didn't mean to talk to you in that way. Whatever you need, you let me know and I'm gonna do it. And she's always understanding. She's always understanding. Like I understand you had a lot going on and I was pressuring you. We just have this tight relationship, right? But then another reason why I love my grandmother as a woman, like an ideal woman I want to marry is that when I step back and I look at how she was raised, I mean, she was big. My mother said it herself. My grandmother was raised to be a wife. And my mother also told me that if you're looking for this type of woman, I'm not gonna be able to get it in America. She don't understand. That really hurt me. They didn't really see it in the moment, but in the back of my head, I'm just like, the way I was raised is like I was raised around good women, and then when I go out into the world, I'm repulsed by the women I'm seeing because like I'm not able to find these good women here, and they're telling me I'm gonna have to go back to Nigeria. If I want to find these type women, I might have to get an arranged marriage. I'm just like, yo, bruv, like what? But anyway, when I step back and I analyze my grandmother's life, she utilized her full feminine power, her full power as a woman, and a lot of women are like really missing this because they're not trained to think this way. My grandmother went to school and she was homeschooled to a certain extent. She played sports and all that. But when she found her husband, I can't remember if my grandmother was my grandfather's first wife because I actually never met him and we don't talk about him as much as we need to, but he had three wives and he had multiple children. My grandmother gave him four children and he had about maybe like six other children, something like that. It's a rough estimate. Just know that my family from my grandmother and my grandfather was pretty big, right? So first of all, she brought four people into this world. Not only that she brought four people into this world, she had to cater to other children. Um, and my mom told me that her father, my mom told me that that my grandmother was my father's favorite wife. She was his favorite, and I see why because she's so like caring. Like, bro, she's gonna cook. if you need it. She's gonna clean when you need it. She's just a caring person. Like, her energy is like, bro, you really can't even tell her no. Like, sometimes, even when I say no and she's just quiet in a car, I still just go wherever she wants me to take her, because, like, she does so much for me. How can I tell this woman no? Then I just started thinking, like, why women nowadays can't be like this? Like, if you're giving a man like so much value, and if he's a good man, he's gonna just see it. He's gonna be like, nah, I gotta keep this girl around. And my grandfather saw that. Even though he had 2 other wives, she was the favorite because she had the most value. And my grandmother understands that too. Like, my grandmother wasn't cooking for me and, doing what I say when I, not, you motherfuckers are sensitive. I'm gonna just say how it is. She do what I say. She know I wouldn't be doing half of the stuff I'm doing for her now, even though she's my grandmother, because they gotta be a value exchange. That's basically what I'm saying. And I feel like a lot of women nowadays are missing that because they're not trained the right way. They're not being groomed the right way. Like, how can we try to groom men to be masculine, dominant men? We run the house when we have a woman that's not willing to be submissive. She has to be forced into that. I don't have to force my grandma to do anything. I never in my life raised my voice for her to do something or to listen. I can't remember the last time I really raised my voice at my grandmother for not doing what I'm saying in a good way. I mean, for a positive reason. I'm trying to keep everything, guideline. Don't want too many sensitive people. You know how it is with YouTube. But that's just a quick video I wanted to share, man. And also I wanted to mention, it just taught me how relationships are supposed to be. Like, there has to be a value exchange, especially for the men. I ain't gonna lie, we have to give a little bit more, but our relationship is so balanced, and it's sad because the way my life is structured, I think my mother is right. It might be really hard to find that type of woman in America. I might have to run through a lot of women to find that woman, bro. To find that woman that's going to come into the house and not take away, not stress me. She's adding, like, come home, she cook. Come home, she clean. Come home, we do what we gotta do. And it's consistent. And of course, if she's consistent, I'm going to be consistent. I have to come in consistent to get her anyway. So once she comes in, I bring her in. Now she got to do her part. Get what I'm saying? And I feel like there's probably a lot of healthy relationships, but as a young black man, without my father who wasn't here, I didn't get to see that intimacy between my mother and the father. I didn't get to see how mother and father is supposed to structure, how mother and father is supposed to be structured in the household. I didn't really get to see that with my own eyes. I didn't get to hear it with my own ears. You feel me? So I'm basically going through it with my grandmother. I had to look at it with a different light. Like, me and her could be married in a sense. Like, this shit sounding crazy now that I'm really thinking about it. It might sound crazy to y'all, but I'm just looking at it with a different light. I'm just removing myself from my own body, my own life, and just looking at it like, wow, perfect. I find a girl just like her, nigga, she mine, boy. She ain't going nowhere unless she fumbled the bag. But yeah, man, women, y'all gotta tap into that other side because y'all got power. Y'all can easily motivate a man to become a better man. Y'all can easily motivate a man to go straight down, bro. So I think when women understand that and men understand, when you find that girl, it's okay to be soft. Like, in a way, I'm not crying in front of my grandmother, but in a way, I can open up and tell her certain stuff. Like, we can have that one-to-one connection. Like, we have that all the time. That's also why our relationship is so strong, because she's open with me, I'm open with her. So I can tell her some delicate information, and she doesn't use that and abuse me. She kicks me a little bit of knowledge. I kick her a little bit of knowledge. So we're just learning from each other, sharing with each other, and we take care of each other. I mean, I think that's how a relationship is supposed to be, period. Even between a man, them, or a female, or your mother, or your father, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your uncle, the people who you're interacting with, all, especially on a daily basis, consistently, they need to be adding something. It can be knowledge, wisdom, teach you how to exercise, somebody you can confide in, somebody you can talk to, and they won't abuse you when you giving them certain information. We all need that as human beings. And as I get older, I'm realizing how important it is to be selective on who I talk to and who I allow to enter my mind, because everything this person is telling me, my brain is processing it. It's not like I can hear it and just delete it. That thought of what he said, words stay in my mind. And a lot of people, everybody has that ability. Everybody has a mind. So everything you're hearing, your mind is processing that. It might be unconscious, it might be conscious. Lucky for me, somebody could be telling me some bullshit, but I can always step back and just look at it with a different light. Just keep my mind open, But a lot of people don't got that ability, so you really gotta watch what you're hearing. And I kind of dragged this video on because I had to get my thoughts out. That's what I like to do. I like to talk, and as I talk, more stuff start coming to light. But that's about it. So just a summary. My men, you find that good woman, that woman that just fits, like, and it might take a while. Like, this is not something that's just gonna happen. Like, she might not open up instantly, but if you're getting signs, and she does that little stuff, like, it be little stuff like, I'm done eating. She asks me, like, she don't even ask me. She might just take the plate. Oh shit, she just washed my dish. I don't even gotta say nothing, boy. That's what my grandma would be. I don't even gotta say nothing. She might hit me up like, what do you want to eat? Are you good? You hungry? I'm good. I already made my food. But just take care of me. I take care of her. It's a balanced relationship, man. I love my granny. I'm gonna miss my granny. Because and we also gotta understand, not everybody we come across is gonna be in our life forever. So the moments you have, cherish it. When that person is opening up to you, as a man, as a woman, as a brother, as a sister, as a father, listen to that person, because what they're telling you and you just listening to them can really help them. And now that you're helping them, now you're gonna feel comfortable opening up to that person. Then it's just balance. It's balance. And nowadays, with people being so consumed with the internet, with people being so consumed with negativity, with people being so consumed with having that one-minded type of mindset, it's hard to find genuine connections out here because everybody's overthinking everything. Everybody's listening to the next man. Nobody really has their own mind. Because I don't know about, now I'm about to get into a different topic, which I'm going to express in another video and make it a little bit shorter, but I'm starting to think like, does everybody has that conscious in their mind? Because there's a lot of bad dudes out here, man. It's a lot of I know some bad dudes. And when they do certain actions, like, I know when I'm doing something, it could be something little, but I know this is going to affect somebody in a negative way. I know that what I'm doing, I really shouldn't be doing. My mind, something in my mind, in the back of my brain is talking to me like, yo, bro, don't do this, man. Yo, don't do this. My body started getting a little heated, or it might get cold. Like, yo, don't do this. And when I go against that word, I start having these battles in my head like, yo, why did you just do that, you dickhead? How you do that, man? Now you stressed. You know what I'm saying? I be having that angel is like, the angel's right here and the devil's over here. Which one is going to win? I'm starting to think a lot of guys don't have that in their mind. It's a lot of bad dudes out here. Bad guys out here, boy. Maybe I got to study that. Does everybody has that unconscious and conscious side that's just talking to them? Maybe that's why bad dudes are bad dudes, because they don't got that second voice in their head that's really chatting to them, making sure they think about what they do before they do it. See? That's why I love talking, man. This is why y'all need to find people to talk to. When you talk and you listen to somebody else, you just get smarter. Half of the shit I be saying, which half of the stuff y'all don't even be hearing, most of the stuff y'all don't be hearing, I didn't even have to go through that to know that, like, let me give you an example. Marriage. I don't have to go through marriage to understand that. Like, this is how I look at marriage. Marriage is a tie of families. So when I marry this girl, my family is her family is my family. she's gonna be taking my name. We're family, we're tied. So your father is damn near my father now. Your mother is my mother. My mother is your mother. My father is your father. My sister is your sister. Your brother is my brother. We're all family. So when you tie it together, we have to understand, like, well, for me, this shit is for life. This shit is for life. But now when you come to America, and man, America is a funny place, man. When you come to America, not only that you're tying your family together, you're involving the government. So now as a man, even the women got to be a little bit worried about this too. If you're a cheating ass woman, but as a man, if your woman decides to divorce you, you're taking a major L. So when I look at the marriage, I'm thinking like, do I really want to get married in America? Because I'm an ambitious guy. I wanna make it big. At the same time, I need a family. That's the most important thing. I'm building all this money now so I can get a wife and a family. But then in the logic side is telling me, yo, brother, you sure you want to get married, brother? Because, everything is good till it's not good. I always say that. Everything is good till it's not good. That goes in business, that goes in life, that goes in marriage. Everything is good till it's not good. I'm alive till I'm not alive. So, in a way, my mother just told me, which I already knew, but when you hear from somebody else, it hits different. She told me, you can trust somebody, but you can't trust somebody. So with certain situations, you can put somebody in. This can be a brother. You can put him into where he's so compromised, he has to kind of snake you in a way. Not really snake you, but he has to go another direction, which might not benefit you, but he cannot compromise his own situation. So you might love this person. You might think they'll never snake you until that one situation comes where they have no choice but to snake you. And when I say snake, it can be as simple as not telling you the truth. It can be as simple as lying to you to protect you in a way. It's a lot of situations that's going to just get messed up. And as a man, okay, cool. I have to go find a girl, right? Because, in a way, even if I'm rich, I still have to. She might even find me even if I'm rich. But either way it goes, I find a girl. I give her the relationship. I have to propose to her, right? So I'm doing all this work, working on myself, working on her, working on the relationship. I get married. Everything could be Gucci for 10 years. Business is good. Relationship is good. Wife is good. Kids is good. All of a sudden, she might want to make an emotional decision and just end men, bro. Just ching. I don't know what I did. I might have know what I did, but now it's over. We broke our vows. That shit don't mean nothing now. God ain't gonna save me. I don't really believe in God, but you know how it is. I'm talking in general. God ain't gonna save you. Her family ain't gonna save you. Your family ain't gonna save you. You gotta go to court now because you done signed the fucking contract with the government, basically, bro. So it's not really making sense to me. Like, it's really not making sense. Maybe if I was in another country, getting married would be cool. Let's get married. But here, gotta be careful who you choose. Now, I'm not saying it's not light on the other side. You can get married till death. But statistics proves that that's not how it goes here, buddy. So be careful when you want to get married, Be very careful. This video really dragged on. And man, YouTube, man. Hey, people, man. I already know y'all brains is being trained not to be able to watch a video and consume too much information at once. So I'm still gonna post it. It's your boy Lotto. I'm out.